The APC is in the majority in both houses, and now it seems the APC is not having one voice. And Udume is here, Akmelawa is here, and a lot of permutations.
Yeah, other people there.
Abdullah Guje is also there too from the PDP. In all of these developments, one person would definitely emerge as the president of the Senate. And a lot of people have been talking about Femi Gbajabiamila too in the House of Representatives. When you look at it, this is the 5th time Femi will be in the House.
And just my worry is this. I think the APC are making one mistake, and their supporters as well. The mistake of that folio of we have the majority. The National Assembly leadership position is not about majority alone. It's not about being the majority. It's about members of the National Assembly or Senate or Rep voting for you, not because you are from a party that has a majority. Because some people will say that it never happened in any country whereby majority will not become minority will not become the National Assembly. What is the law of those countries? Did you check their law? If it's stated clearly in the law that look, for you to be the Senate president, you must come from a majority party. So there's no way minority will contest for it. But our laws made it open for anybody. Your qualification is to be a member of the other Senate or Rep. Whether you are from the minority or majority, if you don't have the support of your member, you may not get it.
It's a case of lobbying now.
So
Femi,
that is it.
good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Femi from Kaduna. Hello, Femi. Are you there?
Hey, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
You know, Mr. Ajayi, the problem with the APCs is that they talk too much. Even Oshomole himself, they talk too much. If Oshomole can take something, he can take everything easy and play like a gentleman and play politics, there will be no problem. But the way he talk, the way he come out and talk, condemn the PDP as if PDP are not members of that house, they have nothing to offer. They are just like a second-hand citizen in that house. It's very bad. So that is why the problem there is that APC belongs to Nigeria. Nigeria does not belong to APC. APC belongs to Nigeria. And they must do what Nigeria wants. The only thing is they just to forget about all this. Let the house choose whatever they want.
Okay.
Both in the Senate and the House of
Thank you so much, Femi from Kaduna. You've made your point.
I'm worried about the effect of how it's going, because if we have a similar situation that happened in 2015, Nigeria may suffer the consequences. Because we have what we have in 2015, the issue between National Assembly and Executive. Not because the National Assembly is not performed. So as far as I'm concerned, the 8th National Assembly has done more than any National Assembly in this country. As far as I'm concerned. They have passed so many laws that
is debatable.
Listen,
that is debatable. Just a moment. It's debatable with what
I
you
agree
just
with
said.
you. That is my opinion.
Looking at the relationship between the National Assembly and the executive, will you say that relationship was smooth?
That's what I'm saying. That it was not smooth because the person they want to be the president was not the president. So that's why I say I'm worried that if you have a similar situation now, we may fall into the same category. If somebody by chance who was not favored by the party became the Senate president, we have another issue with the National Assembly and the executive. There will be issue and there will be progress, because most of the laws and most of the things that have been done between the National Assembly and executive being rejected by the executive is not because the laws are not proper. It's not because they are not okay. It's because they don't want to do anything with them, and that by Nigeria is suffering. It is you know when two elephants what's it called fight. Who suffers? The grass. Who are the grasses here? Nigerians.
But sometimes when the elephants,
it will affect the development of the country.
Elephants fall, the grass will grow back.
When will they fall?
That's why we need to warn politicians. Go back into politics. Politicians who remain relevant are those who have added value. We are talking of relationship management here. In public relations, one of the definitions is that public relations is a deliberate and sustained effort to establish mutual understanding and goodwill. If there is a vision, you work together to have that good relationship. I think the problem of Nigeria is that there is no vision for this country. And I stand to be corrected. I've been married for about 23 years. I mean, I didn't give birth to my wife. She came up from a different background from myself. But because we had the vision of setting up a home where we can raise children that we add value to the society, and be good model in the society, we've come to understand each other and knowing that we must work together. If we do not give recognition to diversity, why do we have 91 parties? We have other parties because we don't want to all just face the same direction. But if developing the country is the case, it will harmonize us. But right now, I keep searching for national interest, and I have not found it. And if that vision is not there, if that short destination is not there, it will be difficult to manage relationship. For example, now, let's talk about power project. If the vision is to give Nigerians constant electricity supply in the next 9 months, doesn't matter which party you are from, and we look at the consequences of reviving our economy, reviving industries, providing jobs, minimizing crime and things like that. But is it what we have on the table? These are the issues. Politics is basically the structure you put in place to manage the affairs of a community. And again, having controlled management, which, for instance, a party may get in this state, another party gets in that state. But what do you achieve with that controlled management? When you control the management of resources, what do you achieve? We are talking about the killings in Zamfara because foreigners are coming into our country to illegally mine our wealth away. And we are comfortable with that. And there are those who have been entrusted to maximize that.
The mining was licensed. So
we are making reference to illegal mining.
Okay.
Illegal mining. And so I think we are yet to understand the essence of governance. And I have mentioned it before, and permit me to echo it, that the United Nations has simplified it, just like I mentioned the Constitution in respect of leadership of the National Assembly. There are 17 goals under the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals that will be evaluated by year 2030. All countries of the world are expected to act on it. And it talks about zero hunger, decent work for the people, clean environment, clean water and sanitation, gender sensitivity, issues that can give birth to a decent society. So even if we are not diligent enough to create or recreate a vision for Nigeria, we can key into that global vision. Right now, the vice president of this country that we respect so much, he's in Rwanda to celebrate the victims of genocide. Rwanda is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. They were in a mess and they recovered from it. What can we learn from that? My president himself, that I admire so much, President Muhammadu Buhari, told them in the United Arab Emirates that they should come to Nigeria to prosper. I have said it, the man that developed the UAE to the modern paradise it is from a desert, Sheikh Zayed, said that wealth is not money, but developing people. So how are we replicating that in Nigeria? How are we looking out of the window to look at the great things in the world and make sure we deliver them in Nigeria? And I suggest a singular problem we have in this country, whether we love to debate it or not, is that I doubt if we are united. And if there is no unity, that sense of relationship you made reference to can never be established.
Jide, before we leave this issue of 9th Assembly, if you are in the shoes of the chairman of the APC, what will you do right to ensure
let the people, sincerely speaking,
APC has an upper hand in
legitimacy,
this election? Legitimacy
has credibility as critical about it. Undue influence is even an issue in law. And that's why we say you enter into an agreement willingly. If there are no things to doubt, Why are we throwing unnecessary influence? Why are we throwing dust up for people to... I have said it. I hope Nigerians listen to me, and I hope they are noting it. We have a storm on the way now in this country, and may God help us to avoid it. Presidency offered to Southwest and Southeast at the same time towards 2023. So what are we supposed to do to start fighting for presidency? This is so. I think we need a developmental vision. So sometimes we just throw aside the Constitution. Why do we have the provisions in the Constitution? Look at the suspension or final removal of the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The constitutional provisions are there, but we choose to overrun the provisions of the Constitution when it suits us. But when it pleases, we run back to the same rule of law for protection. So we need to get serious.